I am very excited to present this very simple Pecha Kucha on Japanese culture as a whole. Japan is the home of Shintoism and the Japanese language. Like many other Asian countries, one of Japan's most prominent food staples is rice. The tallest and most well-known mountain in Japan is Mount Fuji, which is roughly 3,776 meters tall. Japan lies on the eastern side of the world map, almost touching South Korea. It's just south of Russia and just east of China. It is made up of several islands, the main island being Honshu. Japan is surrounded by water with the Sea of Japan to the west and the Pacific Ocean to the east. The Jomon period in Japan spanned from about 14,500 BCE to 300 BCE. The Jomon people were strictly foragers, while the next period in Japan was the Yayoi period, which lasted from about 550 BCE to 380. The Yayoi were the first to form a horticultural society with the rice they received from China. Japan has a politeness system that is most noticed in their language. Japanese words and sentence structure change depending on who they are speaking to. Formal sentences are called keigo sentences, and informal sentences are called non-keigo sentences. They also utilize body movements, such as bowing, to show politeness. Sex in Japan is clearly defined in the culture. The best example would be in the language. Males and females speak much differently from one another. There are different particles, honorifics, pitch ranges, etc. Quote, "These characteristics are often interpreted as reflecting women's lower social status or powerlessness." Japan is full of wildlife from all species. They have mammals such as bear, deer, bobtail cats, and hogs. The Japanese macaque is a famous type of monkey that lives in the northern region of Japan. It is often referred to as the snow monkey. Of course, there are many different types of reptiles, birds, amphibians, and fish in Japan as well. The most well-known Japanese plant is the cherry blossom tree, or sakura tree, as it's known in Japan. Plant-based food staples include rice, taro, and seaweed. The Japanese view of nature is to be integrated with nature, which comes from their Shinto and Buddhist beliefs. Kampo is a traditional Japanese herbal medicine. It originally came from China during the Han period, but has since been modified by the Japanese. Kampo is essentially a treatment regimen that is based on the symptoms of the patient. It is a therapeutic approach where the mind and the body are seen as one entity. Kampo was used as the Japanese medicine of choice until Western medicine was introduced. In 1876, the government passed regulation that all doctors had to study Western medicine. During World War II, Kampo made a resurgence. Since then, it has gained popularity all across the world. Japanese people are almost entirely Shinto and Buddhist at the same time. This is because to the Japanese people, Shintoism is more of a way of life. Shinto practices are done for following tradition, while Buddhist practices are done for actual religious gain, such as a solution for what happens when we die, our purpose for being here, etc. Buddhism has had a heavy influence in Japan when it was first introduced around 550 AD. Japanese Buddhist monks have built large and elaborate temples all across Japan. As stated in the previous slide, Buddhism is the quintessential religion in Japan, with 40% of the population being Buddhist. The Shinto religion has been around for as long as the Japanese culture has existed. Shinto beliefs were heavily followed for a long time in Japan, but in recent times, Shintoism is not many Japanese people's religion of choice. Instead, most people believe in Buddhism or have no affiliation at all. The traditional beliefs of Shintoism include stories about kami, shinigami, yokai, and many more beings. Kami are the beings that Japanese people used to worship, as the word kami translates to God. Belief in Shinto religion has faded, but all the tradition still stays with the people of Japan. Other smaller religions are in Japan as well, such as Christianity, but most people in Japan that do not follow Buddhism do not associate with any religion at all. In other words, nearly half of all Japanese people are atheists. Japan has many traditions such as the tea ceremony. The tea ceremony starts off with a traditional dance by one or more women in kimono. Then it continues with the person making a single cup of tea over a long period of time. The moments in the ceremony are slow and methodical, which is why it takes so long to complete. The reason that the ceremony takes so long to complete stems from the ceremony's origins. It started because the battle-stained warriors of feudal Japan wanted something peaceful prepared for them when they returned. So a nice and slowly prepared tea for them to enjoy was the perfect fit. Yosakoi is a unique dance that originated in Japan in 1954. It draws upon old Japanese mythology and folklore for its influence. It involves flamboyant movements and costumes. Many people say that Yosakoi is a blend between traditional and modern styles of dance. Traditional Yamato-e or Japanese painting got its inspiration and style from ancient China. In contrast to Western style paintings, Japanese style uses more flat, isometric perspective, while Western style uses more geometric perspective. When the Western world got over to Japan, Japanese artists started to adopt this Western style. Traditional Japanese clothing includes kimono, yukata, hakama, and much more. Their clothing is used for a variety of reasons. Kimono can be used from anything from a festival to a wedding. Yukata can be used for festivals as well, along with other events such as firework viewings, and hakama can be used to go over a kimono as formal wear or in martial arts. After World War II, manga and anime were created. This led to a new subculture in Japan. The people in this subculture are called otakus, and in the last 10 to 15 years, the otaku community has spread like wildfire. Today, the Japanese anime and manga give influence all over the world to films, books, art, and much more. References are on screen as well as in the description.